Yo, what's up, YouTube? Are you guys tired of struggling to win a national championship every single time you guys play the game? Well, I think I can help you guys out with this one. I'm going to walk you through what I think might be the best offense in the game. It's my personal offense. I've won a national championship, I think, in my 8 straight seasons since I switched to this playbook. Basically, winning one a day when I play, so I figured I could give you guys some helpful information. So quick walk through the team here. I mean, this applies to regs too. It's not just an ultimate team offense, but just kind of want to show you personnel. First thing, playbook, obviously going to be Oregon State. And then the big thing on offense here, a lot of these abilities right now, at least in cut, aren't super important. The big one is takeoff. I have this on this Ultimate LTD Randy Moss to get a discounted takeoff, but whether you're in regs or not, you really want to take off on one of your outside wide receivers when you're in bunch, and I'll show you guys why here in a little bit. But so that's the real personnel. I mean, I run Magician in cut. It doesn't really... It's personal preference on the other one. If you can get a discounted Shifty, that's another really good ability. Apologies for a little bit of a longer video here, but I think it's going to have a lot of helpful information, go really in-depth for you guys. The play that we're going to, or the formation, sorry, we're going to base ourselves out of here is going to be gun, bunch, ace, strong, offset. And then there's a few other formations you run, like bunch, strong, nasty, bunch, X, nasty, Y off, trio, close is a big one you guys may have seen. And I'll have individual videos for that, just, you know, don't want to make a 7-hour video here. But for bunch, ace, strong, offset, our audibles are going to be flood, duo, corner strike, and dagger. And now the key with this is, if you notice right here, right, you see I have 2 tight ends in the game. I have, these 2 tight ends right here, right? What you want to do is, you want to flick your right stick to the right twice to see how I'm changing packages here. Put it on wide receiver swap. This will put 3 wide receivers in the game, allowing you to audible to all these different formations. So the play I come out in every single time is going to be corner strike. And let me just pick... I'll start with our zone beaters. So the key to this offense is you want to be on a hash mark as much as you can, right? If you're not on a hash mark, I mean, obviously these plays still work, but it makes it a lot easier. Quick passing tip. So, corner strike. This is kind of my bread and butter play. If I play someone who's in zone coverage, I will tell you for this play, doesn't really matter if they're in cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is if they're in match coverage. But this is going to be our setup for basically any sort of zone beater. So what we're going to do is, let me just kind of skip through it. So here's the base play. We're going to stem down this outside corner all the way down. Okay, that's where you triangle, select the icon, hold L1, and then stem them down with the left D-pad. Then I'm going to slot fade our point man. If you guys hear me say point man, I mean the guy that's like at the front of the bunch. I like to post this tight end, stem him down once, and then streak our solo side. And what this is going to look like, you get a kind of a 2-way read. This corner out is open versus basically every coverage in the game other than match is basically the only thing that guards it. That's why we'll get to match in a little bit. But let me show you guys the instant replay here, just have to redo the play. Right, so obviously this corner out's open, right? We know this is open. Cool. Okay. Well, let's say that he uses it or switch sticks it. Well, this gives you then a high-low read between this running back in route and this post, right? Right here, this flat's is all the way back here, right? So that means we probably just hit our running back. But you get a high-low read between the running back and the post. That's pretty hard to switch stick. So like here, let me actually try to attempt to throw that pass here. Same play. Or hold up. Right, let me do this. Okay. I did not mean to motion this guy. Whoops. It's always eBook, so you get the worst thing. But so let's say, oh, circle's guarded. He's not, but we're gonna step up, and as you see, the post gets open over the top of that purple, and my running back's open for a few yard check down. So yeah, so that's gonna be our main corner strike play. This beats cover 2, cover 3, and cover 4 non-match. I will then show you our next zone beater, and this is gonna be dagger. So to call it dagger, so dagger looks like we're gonna post our tight end, streak the running back. And what this gives you is it gives you a high-low read between a drag and a post. And then the running back, if someone like, their user and a linebacker really gets to where they vacated with their user. So the reads for me are generally the drag to the streak, or the running back streak to the post, right? So I have drag, streak, post. And it really, it floods the short side of the field here, right? But also it puts the user in a lot of stress because, like, let's say the user goes and takes the post, right? Right, okay, the user runs, well, I got this running back right here. Obviously, there's more players here because there's no user in this, but this is another really great zone beater, really hard to user dagger here. Just a great power play. I mean, obviously this drag's open, the wheel, the post, great play. The next play that I really like here, this is so dagger and corner strike works versus cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, whatever. For flood, I will tell you, this is a cover 3 specific beater. If you ever want a one-play touchdown versus cover 3, here it is. This is what the play looks like. We're going to streak that point man, stem our tight end corner all the way down, and then if you think you're going to have time, you know, I like your running back on a Texas. It really holds the user's attention. If you think you need time, just block him and then drag the solo side. And what we're going to look for here is, assuming I get time. What? Okay. See, it's kind of hard to get time here in practice mode, I'm going to be honest. But what's going to happen is what you're really looking for here, so you guys know what you're looking for. This circle, see how the circle streak is kind of more of a weird fade almost? He's going to get over the top of this outside third here for a touchdown, just like that. And normally, again, in practice mode, the sheds are kind of fast, so I have to throw it a little faster, but if you get more time, it's even more open. You know, if you have a few extra seconds here. Trying to have good pocket presence to get this pass off. Right, I mean, as you can see, it's a little bit of a tighter throw, but I promise you it's there, especially when you get more time. So that's kind of a cover 3 bomb. Our run play out here, I like duo. Duo's a pretty good run play. I mean, so we can see here, it's nothing special, but obviously pretty good run. Really kills double mug. Kicks the hell out of double mug. So those are going to be our zone beaters, right? As we just talked about, flood for a cover 3 bomb, corner strike beats everything. I probably call this play. As you can see, 774 calls of corner strike, and I have, what, 70 calls of dagger and 70 calls of flood. I mean, I literally call it 10 times more than any other play. It's really the power play. Now let's say a common thing people will run against you when you do this is match coverage. So let me cover match beaters, then I'll go cover man beaters. So for match, let me show you corner strike, and let me get like cover 4 quarters. Okay. So here's what it would look like. Let me run the same combo just to show you guys why this doesn't work. Right, if we watch... Okay, this one actually got open this time. Like I said, half the time it still gets open, but I have seen this get bagged before. So against match coverage, we're still going to do the stem down and the slot fade like we were doing before, right? But here, streak the tight end, drag this the solo side, and then put the running back on a flat. Okay? And what this is going to do is... it's going to force the quarter flat that normally would match my corner out to kind of hang out and guard the running back. So it leaves your corner out wide open. And then if they try to switch stick with the outside quarter where your slot fade's wide open. Right, let's walk. See how it kind of stutters? I'll show you guys in this replay so you see what I'm talking about. But this way you can still call corner strike versus every coverage because it is one of the best plays in the game. But if we watch... see how this guy right here, normally he should match this guy, but because the running back goes on a flat, he just stands there and does nothing. And then there's nobody here. This outside quarter tries to match this corner out, but super late. Right? And then, so let's say, if they switch stick, try to switch stick up, obviously we still have our backside drag, which as you can see does get to an open spot of the zone here. Backside drags beat match very well, as you can see. He's just really never guarded. So that's going to be one way we combat match. The other way we combat match is with flood. We're going to run it the exact same way we were running it. Like this. If you want to, put a Texas route on the field. It's up to you. But watch how the tight end route's guarded. The middle third tries to or middle quarter. Sorry, it's a bad pass lead. What happens is the middle quarter will try to match this for some reason. I don't know why it does that. But it normally matches it pretty late, right? Like if I go here, I mean, as you can see, this guy's actually matching the hell out of it. Normally it's wide open. But... you go here, all you can do is you do a flat like this. Same kind of concept, it's going to freeze that guy. Alright. And this tight end corner gets to a pretty good spot. I will tell you, in actual games, I don't know why it's being weird right now, I guess it's practice mode. This route is wide open. See if he can get a good release. Yeah, see, there, that's what it's supposed to look like, where he's just unguarded. Because it matches wrong, it tries to match a quarter to him, and he just can't keep up. So that's kind of how I attack match, is flood, and then corner strike. Yeah, so that's how we're going to attack match. Now, a common thing you guys will see is, well, okay, I know how to attack zone and match now. How do I attack man coverage? And we have a few different ways I like to attack man coverage. Again, I come out in the corner strike every play. Let me show you guys cover 0, and then I'll show you cover 2 man. Cover 1 is basically the same as cover 0 in my view, just with no pressure. There's a yellow zone over the middle of the field, who cares? So here's mid blitz, right, everyone reliable. What I like to do here is I stem down this corner still, because I will tell you this, make this your first read versus man. Some plays... it probably gets open 80% of the time, so 20%, look, oh, he got bagged, look off of it, but make it your read. So against cover 0, we want to block our running back, right? We do not want to get sacked at the panic read. So, how do we attack cover 0 now? I really like a solo side post. because this will give you a lot of free touchdowns if people aren't paying attention, if they're not route committing you that post, especially from Randy Moss to take off. We'll get out of here. Then we have really two routes I like to do. You could do a drag and another post. This is probably a concept I run the most. Or you do a drag and then a zig. And well, so as you can see here, this corner out still fries man. Again, make it your first read and try to not throw an inaccurate like me. But this is probably my most called one versus cover zero right here. Because it's the corner out one, the tight end's going to win, and then you just kind of hit one of these posts. Okay, normally they get a lot more. Again, practice mode's weird, but I will basically call this play or throw this corner out until they decide to guard it. Right? As you can see, I mean, he's still frying his man, even with these awful throws. A lot of times I'll tell you this route's better versus man because, here, let me throw not inaccurate. Right? If I got a decent ball, you can generally rack this and go score a touchdown. Because you get pretty, you know, if you blew it, you get it like this, right? I mean, great rack, you just got 90 yards. So that's really that's a play I like to use out of this formation to attack man coverage the best. Obviously, other formations that I cover in future videos will have other man beaters, but in this formation, that's a man beater. You may say, okay, that's great. How do I attack cover two man? And you know, I agree with you. So let me go call. I think it's Load Mug has a cover two for me. Yeah, cover two man. Okay. So cover two man. What I like to do is again still do this stem down corner, right? Against cover two man, it's probably open a little less, but it definitely still gets open a lot of the time. So if we attack, how do we want to conceptually attack cover two man? We know we're not getting blitz, so I want the running back on a route so he can't just user it, okay? And this running back speed, because he does like, so here's a normal in, see how it looks all sharp? And then here's that, so it runs a lot smoother. So I would leave that stock. Then there's really two route combos I like here. Either a zig and a post like this. This is probably my go-to man beater, because it just puts a lot of pressure on their defense. I mean, your streak's going to run off the deep half, so if your post wins, it's throwable. And then your tight end zigs are very good versus man coverage. And same with that stem down corner and the running back route. So this is one setup. Second setup, again, we're going to leave this corner out stem down all the time. It's so hard to guard. Then we're going to Texas our running back. And then so what this leaves us with is what do we do with Tate here, right? Tate and Randy Marsh solo side. So right here, because it's cover two man, there's no point to put post. They're just going to run into deep halves. So I either streak him just to run him off the field, you know, run his man and the deep half back, or I put him on a drag. Really up to you, depending if you're like 4th and 1, I may go drag. If not, I streak him. And then with R1, you really got two options. You either post, or my personal favorite, you put him on a zig here. And here's what it kind of looks like on a zig. He's kind of going to get bumped, like, let me show you guys on the replay. It really just causes a lot of congestion, and honestly, the zig causes somebody to get bumped normally, which leaves you somebody wide open. Because if we watch this concept again, right, watch this zig here. He's going to run, and then the tight end's breaking right here, and then the running back's coming right behind him. So it just caused a lot of congestion. I mean, look how open the tight end gets off this. I mean, wide open, right? If you're like, hey, that's a little congested for me, I totally understand. And that's where we are going to just post them. If you want to post them, here's what that looks like. A lot of attack in the middle of the field. That streak still runs off the half, and we can still attack right under that deep half when he beats his man. Again, same concept. Look for your corner out first. Right, cover two man is still open. Even with my, not hot-rodding the tight end to anything, you know. Last thing I'll tell you in cover two man. What you will see some people do is they will start using the deep half to go run down and guard the stem down corner out. When they do that, call this route combo right here. So it's the same thing we were running. This is what we were just running, but slot fade R1. And what will happen is cover two man has a built-in shade down mechanic. It's just how the game works. Which means if they take the safety and run down to go guard the corner out, the slot fade is going to fry his man. Right, oh, sorry, here, let me, this is going to obviously get picked because there's a deep half here. Right, but let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Right, let's say this user, you guys probably just saw it, but let's say the user here is taking this guy, right? And he's like, oh, I'm going to go guard this corner out. And he just full sprints down, which he can't, right? Because he'd have to run out here. Look how badly the slot fade beats his man. If this works versus press too, it just takes a little longer. I mean, versus the stock shade down mechanic, he beats him by, like, you don't even have to freeform this. You just, kind of throw it up to him, free touchdowns. So it forces people to stay true and keep their deep halves on the field. So yeah, that's going to be an overview of the first part of this Oregon State offensive ebook. Like I told you guys, I think I'm like 42-3 in my last 7 college football seasons of head-to-head in Campus Legend. I mean, just, really not ever having issues scoring. And just to recap again, the only run play call to this is duo. Last play I'll show you guys, a quick red zone play. Again, shockingly, it's going to be corner strike again. You guys will see throughout this I run corner strike a lot. But let's say, you know, you get the ball at the, I don't know, let's put it like the 5 or the 4 or something, right? Tough place to score from, right? Well, here's what I want to do. We're going to smoke screen our solo side. Shockingly, we're going to do a stem down corner route. I like timing the red zone, so I block the running back. And then we're going to do this slant zig, just like this. And what's going to happen is, again, first read, we watch this corner out. Touchdown on the corner out. And then this, I will tell you, the slant's really not going to be open there. But our first read is going to be, just should walk you guys through the reads. Our first read is corner out, right? Which obviously right here, let me show you guys. This is a touchdown if you lead it out. Like, lead it to right here. This is a touchdown. Okay, at the same time, this pulls flats out, which means when this zig breaks, this zig is a touchdown now. I mean, look at this hole. Touchdown. And then on this side, you may say, what the heck is this slant doing? You see how this flat is this far off the smoke screen? Honestly, right here, I'd probably throw the smoke screen. But if they put hard flats, which a lot of people put hard flats in the red zone because obviously they do, the hard flat will suck down and guard this guy, and then you can kind of throw the slant between the two zones. So it's a really good red zone play. One more time just to recap that for you guys. Stem down the corner, smoke screen solo, block the running back, zig the tight end, slant the point man. Again, first read, I'm going boom, 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 touchdown. Right, you make them guard that corner out. So yeah, that's really going to be an overview of the first part of Oregon State, and in my opinion, the best play in the game in corner strike. Literally beats every single coverage in the game. As well as the AP. I'll show you guys real quick why I like takeoff, by the way. I guess I'll kind of a little nugget here for those of you guys that watch to the end. So watch how Lemon runs this. Let me call like cover 3 Sky or something. Something that hopefully may guard this. My whole team's tired. That's a good start. Like 3-3 over. Okay, let's call quarters because this should get guarded. Okay, let me call the same concept. We were just calling. And if you watch, see how like he kind of gets. I mean, he's still open. I don't really know if this is the best way to just show it, but if I put the ball over here and then Randy Moss is the one with my takeoff. Okay, we're gonna run the same play. Watch how much faster he runs. He takes one step and he kind of just like super boost out of it. It's kind of hard to see because they're not getting pressed, but that's why I like takeoff, is because I will tell you, especially against man coverage and match coverage, takeoff saves me. We're like, maybe like, you know, on my non-takeoff players are getting open, but this guy's just frying the hell out of his man. I mean, just super boosting out of it. Really, it's a great ability for that corner. It's the whole reason I have takeoff. And then, yeah, I guess one last super tip for all of you guys who stay out and watch the last video. If you're ever playing someone who's running a Texas 4-man stunt and you don't know how to block it, I cannot show you because I do not have 2 controllers, but here's how you block it. You can even send 5 out if you want to, right? Let me just, you know, right? You can do whatever. You can have 5 routes on the field. All you want to do, pull up pass protection. You're going to do empty protection, left stick up, and then just double team either defensive end. I like to double team opposite my bunch side just because it's easier for me, but double team a defensive end. And then I promise you, you will still get shedded and disengaged, like kind of like a shed disengage, but they will never just loop through untouched. It'll pick up the untouched rusher every single time. If you get shedded, that's just how the game works. But just to recap, empty protection, double team a defensive end. Again, I can't show you the thing because I don't have 2 controllers, but kind of a dot to end the video. All right, well, I hope you guys really enjoyed. Let me know, you know, what I can help you guys with more, and then do be expecting definitely a part 2, 3, and maybe even a part 4 to this, where we cover a few different formations, gadget plays, red zone plays, and our other main power formation, bunch strong nasty. So yeah, hope you guys have a great one. Peace.